Imagine, if you will, there's this building. Okay, there's a tall building that you want to go in and you want to go up the building. All right. Now, the building has an elevator. However, the elevator will only take you to the 20th floor. And once you get to the 20th floor, you have to get out and walk up the stairs the rest of the way. If you want to go to the 50th floor, the 65th floor, or even the 90th floor, you need to walk up the stairs by yourself. And the catch is no breaks. Once you start walking, you can't stop. All right? So just imagine that. And when you finally get to your destination, you get to the floor that you want to go to, whether it be 50, 65, 79, or even to the roof, the 90. When you get there, are you going to think back and say, that elevator brought me here. I'm here because of that elevator, even though the elevator brought you only to the 20th floor? Are you going to strongly just believe that you couldn't have gotten where you have gotten without that elevator? Honestly, if you can walk 70 floors, right? 70 floors by yourself, I'm pretty sure you could have walked the rest of the 20 and you didn't need the elevator. But you have to know that you did most of the hard work. That is the same concept with templates now, because the most points you can get from using templates, 20 points. All right, let me show you. So I'm going to talk about the speaking first. Take a look at the speaking score here. 14 points. The only tasks that I answered here that could affect speaking were describe image and retell lecture. 14 points. Yes. So did I use a template? I did. So the first thought through your mind is probably, those templates don't work. So I went back. And let me show you what I got. This time I got 15 points in speaking. And again, the only thing that I answered that could affect speaking was describe image and retell lecture. So what did I do differently on this exam? Well, for the describe image, no template. I looked at the image, I described everything to the best of my ability. For the retell lecture, no template. I listened to the lecture, I took notes, and I retold everything, 100% content. The points are very, very similar. 14 for template, 15 for no template. So in my opinion, that's all you're going to get. From the describe image and retell lecture, that is all you're going to get. But if you're aiming for 50, 65, 79, imagine that. So think about the elevator again. This time, the elevator won't even take you to the 20th floor. You got to get out at 15 and walk the rest of the way. Regardless, you're walking 30 floors, 50 floors, 70 floors, all by yourself. At the end, when you get there, are you going to think, whoo, I'm here because of that elevator? I highly doubt that's going to be the case, right? So that's the same concept we have, the same idea we have about templates right now. But it's because you think these templates are taking you to the 60th floor or something. These templates are not taking you anywhere near to where you need to be. But that's speaking. How about that writing? For the writing, I did the same experiment. Take a look at the first one here. For the writing, I got 22 points. That's it. The only tasks that answered here are the ones that can affect writing. Summarize written text, summarize spoken text, and the essay. I got 22 points by using templates. So again, remember that was with templates. So now, how about with no templates? Let's take a look. On this test, again, the only tasks that I answered that could affect writing, once again, is summarize written text, summarize spoken text, and the essay. The biggest difference here was no template for the writing tasks, right? For summarize written text, I read the text, understood it, summarized it. For summarize spoken text, I listened, took notes, and I summarized it. For the essay, I answered the essay topic on topic with 200 and something words. And what did I get for writing? 26. So it's a 4-point difference. It's really up to you on which one is more important, learning how to write or learning reading and listening, because reading and listening can give you more points, right? So most of the time, people use templates to get the 22 points. So when I compare it to 22, this time the elevator will take you to the 22nd floor. You got to get out and walk the rest of the way, nonstop. You can't stop. Just like when you're taking the exam, you can't break. You have to keep going. So when you finally get to your destination, 50, 65, 79, or wow, 90, are you going to turn back around and say, whew, those writing templates, that elevator really, really helped me. It got me to where I needed to be? Hell no. Because if you're able to get that many points from reading and listening for the writing, if you're able to climb those stairs that high, you probably didn't even need the elevator. You didn't need the template. Why? Rifle dictation is very difficult. Reading and writing fill in the blanks, very difficult. If you have the level, the vocabulary, the grammar, the spelling to get almost maximum points in those tasks, honestly, you can write a silly essay by yourself. You can write a silly summary by yourself. You didn't even need the templates, right? The templates is just to get those easy points because you can't really get a lot of points from the writing anyways. Whether you write it by yourself or use a template, it's about the same points. So you're just saving time. Hopefully now you understand the difference, okay? It is not 4 years ago anymore. You're not getting 50% of the points from templates. The elevator is not taking you halfway anymore. They're dropping you off at the bottom, 20th floor, and you are walking the rest of the way.